Alright, so let's say if you guys find one of your old iPhones and you wanted to ask yourself, how much are these phones really worth today? And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some factors to look out for when you decide to sell one of your old iPhones. And we'll be going over the iPhone 10, the iPhone 6, the iPhone 5, and of course, the iPhone 4. And keep in mind that the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 6 are still very new devices. They're still being used today. But I just want to give you guys an idea as to what you may want to look out for when you plan to sell these in the future. Now, the first and most important thing is to check the iOS version in settings, and you want to see what version it's running, because every single iPhone shipped with an iOS version, and if it's still running that same version that it's shipped with, that phone might be worth a lot today. And people who typically buy these devices are collectors because they like to keep the phone as original and stock as possible. And here's another example. This is an iPhone 5 running iOS 6, but this phone is not original, and this is because this phone has been manually downgraded using Cydia, which is a jailbreak. So this is something that probably wouldn't sell as high as you think. Another example here is the iPhone 6, and this phone I know still has its plastic wrap. I just keep it in there just to keep it in good condition, but this phone is running iOS 8, and this is the version that it came out with in 2014. So this phone is not even jailbroken at all. So this phone definitely has some value to it. And you might be thinking to yourself, why would anyone not want to update their phone? And there's a lot of reasons. Maybe some people had the intention of upgrading their phone 1 year later, so they just never ended up updating the actual software. There's a lot of reasons out there, but software is not the only thing to look out for when you plan to sell these old phones. The second most important thing is, of course, the condition. Now, maybe you put it into the OtterBox case from day one, or maybe you just never took the screen protector off, but whatever reason it is, if this phone's in good condition, then it could potentially sell for a lot more. And take a look at this, these two phones right next to each other, they're in perfect condition. But even if your phone has a small scratch or a dent, it's not necessarily the end of the world. I'm sure someone will eventually buy this phone. And of course, last but not least is having the original box. And I know most people probably end up throwing them out, but if you still have the original box of your old iPhone with the matching serial number, then don't throw it out, because this phone could be worth a lot if you have like the original software and if it's still in good condition. And it's also a really big plus if you have the original accessories, so that's always nice to have. And now we have to go back to our original question and ask ourselves, how much are these old iPhones really worth? And like I said, a lot of it does depend on the actual iPhone model that you guys have, but the easiest thing that you guys can check is go to ebay.com and you guys can actually search the exact model and see how much those phones are selling for, because usually if they're used and they have a lot of scratches on them and they're not running the original software, you can usually add a couple $100 onto there and see if an actual collector will buy the device. But anyways guys, good luck with that. And you guys might have noticed that I've been posting a lot more frequently. I'm starting to try something different where I post videos on Wednesdays, but I'm still going to be posting on Sundays. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next video.